Good morning to one and all. I welcome you to the geography class. In this class, we are going to see the chapter number 5, right? The last chapter of our syllabus. So, let's proceed. Chapter number 5, the name of the chapter is Natural Vegetation and Wildlife. And today in this topic, we are going to have the introduction of this chapter and we are going to see some important point from this chapter. So first, what is natural vegetation and what is wildlife? So as we are knowing about the plants and animals from our childhood, as we are knowing about the flora and fauna, as we are knowing about our surrounding is built upon the plants, animals are there, birds are there, so many flowering plants are there, unflowering plants are there, so many things we are observing. So the natural vegetation which are growing naturally, untouched, virgin, right? We are going to talk and discuss. From your 6th standard, you are talking about only the forest, how the forests are producing valuable wood to us, what are the uses of forest, so many things we are knowing. So plus one point is there, the aim and objective of this chapter is to keep it in your syllabus to make you aware that not to harm our natural vegetation and wildlife resource because they are very important. So let's proceed. Topic number 1, introduction of this chapter. Have you observed the type of trees, bushes, grasses and birds in the field and the parks in and around your school? So already you have seen number of the birds, trees, bushes and grasses around in your school. Are they similar or there are variation? So they are similar or they are having the variation? So it's of course few are similar and most of them are having the varieties and different variations. India being a vast country, you can imagine the type of bioforms available throughout the country. So in our India, in Karnataka, we don't have apple trees. They are in Himachal Pradesh, Jammu and Kashmir, right? So like that, every area is having the different climate, different reason, the soil, the landform, the topography, everything is changed. On the basis of that, the vegetation and the wildlife is different at that particular area. Our country, India, is one of the 12 mega diversity, right? That's the mega diversity of what? That's a biothings, country of the world. So the biodiversity is very huge in India also, and with about 47,000 plant species. How many plant species are there? 47. This will going to be asked in MCQ. So please make a note of it. 47,000. India occupies 10th place in the world and 4th in Asia in plant diversity. In the biodiversity, now we are talking about flora, the plants. In that, the species of plants are 47,000, right? Next, there are about 15,000 flowering plants in India. 15,000 flowering plants in India, which is having an account of 6% in the world total number of flowering plants. Next, the country has many non-flowering plants such as ferns, algae and fungi, right? Next, India has also approximately 90,000 species of animals. How many types of animals we are having species? So 90,000, as well as a rich variety of fish in its fresh and marine water. So fresh water and the salt water, both the water, the different varieties of fishes are also is present in India. So first, what is natural vegetation? We are going to see. So natural vegetation refers to a plant community which grow naturally without humans' interferences, right? So human age and has been left undisturbed by humans for a long time. So they are untouched, right? So this term is called as virgin vegetation. They are not disturbed by human being. Thus, the cultivated crops, fruits, orchid forms part of vegetation but not termed as a natural vegetation. Because we are for growing the fruits, orchid and other crops, we are helping to them to grow. But natural vegetation is to grow naturally without any interference of human being. Please make a note of it. What do you mean by natural vegetation? What is the meaning of virgin vegetation? These are the questions I am speaking, which can be asked for 1 mark or 3 marks. Next, do you know the virgin vegetation which are purely Indian are known as endemic and indigenous species, but those which have come from the outside India are termed as exotic plants. Please, this do you know is placed in the textbook. Please go through it and get your knowledge to be enhanced. Next, the term flora is used to denote the plants of the particular region or a period. Similarly, the species of animals are referred as fauna. This huge diversity in flora and fauna kingdom is due to the following factors. So here in this paragraph we are talking about flora and fauna. So flora denotes to plant species and fauna denotes to animal species. Flora denotes to natural vegetation and fauna denotes to be the wildlife, right? So here we are going to see about the natural vegetation and wildlife. This chapter is very important, right? First we are going to see the huge diversity of flora and fauna kingdom is due to the following factors. Now we are going to see what are the following factors and we are going to see. So the following factors are two. First one is about the relief and second one is about the climate. So first in this presentation we are going to see about the relief features, right? First, relief. In that relief we are going to see about the land, the topography. The land affects the natural vegetation directly and indirectly. Do you expect the same type of vegetation in the mountainous, plateau and the plain area or in a dry or in a wet region? As I stated you about the example of the apple tree grown in Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, not available in Karnataka, and the reason why the climate and the topography, the relief features are not similar at the both the places. So the vegetations are different at every area, at the mountainous, at the plateau area, at the plain area, at the dry and the wet area. The nature of the land influences the type of vegetation. The fertile label is generally devoted to agriculture. The undulating and rough terrains are areas where grassland and woodlands develop and give shelter to varieties of wildlife. So natural vegetation and wildlife. This is about the land. Now we are going to see about soil. The soil also varies over the space. Different types of soils are there. Provides the basis of different types of vegetation. The sandy soil of the desert supports the cactus and the thorny bushes, while the wet and the marshy deltaic soil supports the mangrove and deltic vegetation. The hill slope with the sum of the depth of the soil have the conical trees. By seeing the type of the soil, we are having the different vegetation. As we are talking about the marshy soil, arid soil which are desert soil and deltic soil, so by this the vegetation are also different. Mountainous soil, though the mountain area the trees are in the conical shape. At the desert area the cactus are there and other things are there. In the deltic area the mangrove forests are there, right? So according to the soil, the vegetation is also changing. Then next, in this overall presentation, we have seen about the points which are related to flora and fauna. So, in the upcoming presentation, we are going to talk and discuss about more and more about the flora and fauna, the natural vegetation and the wildlife resource. I request you to read this chapter thoroughly and properly, and whatever the questions I had stated to you, please copy down in your notebook and try to frame your own answer. Till then, be safe and secure. Jai Hind.